Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. So what are we doing today? We're doing a lot today. We're fixing bugs. We're doing all kind of stuff. So, and I'm very tired. So that's what's up. So in the dual tab, we did the warning thing. And we should remove the experimental note in it, I think, and replace it with this enable push notifications. So that's what I'm going to do first. Hello, Unit Decoder. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. And that's a good cloud. So I'm going to be slow today due to being tired. That's all good. Yeah. Let's see if we can grab the experimental version. The banner itself, remove it. And the flask as well. And then we could take the push notifications banner and move it up. Like it would be good to have right there, I think. Because then we have the button and all of it. And when you, it's gonna look a lot better when, I mean, we could have it here, like in the middle. Like, I think that's okay too. Yeah, that's probably way better. Because then the distances here are a lot better. Good afternoon, Cyber Angel. Hope your day is going well. Hit an X button below it. Well, the X is only there for dev mode. It is to be able to just delete all your active games. It's not there in production. Right. Things are good here. Just super tired. I am not used to doing a lot of things in one day. I went out hiking yesterday. It was only like a 6 kilometer hike. But getting there took like an hour with different trains and stuff and buses. So a little bit of walking to get there, and then a little bit of walking after to get back home. And it doesn't feel like much, but going from the like subway station here and then back, it's like 5 minutes each way. And then I went to my girlfriend's place, and from there I went to climbing, just walking as a stroll. Yeah, it is. I know. But I ended up at the end of the day, I had 28,000 steps. It also depends on the speed you walk with. Yeah, 28,000 steps, and yeah, let's call this experimental banner. 28,000 steps and 2.5 hours of very intense climbing. I was a bit tired when going home. I think that's a decent position. It's 70 to have it an even number. I hope you set up camp at the end. The rest for a day. Well, it was just, I mean, we did pause to, I mean, I got back home the same day, but we did pause for a fika, for some tea and snacks. Just sitting there chilling. It was really nice. But I am so tired. How are you doing, Chirpy? How's life? I think this is actually pretty good here now. We also need to fix this. Let's see what that is. I think it's just the games that's not going all the way down. The dual view now. The game viewport content. Is it viewport? No, viewport goes all the way down. We can't move any of these. Oh, it is the content, right? Or like the viewport. It should be. Yeah, here we have it. I think that's kind of. This could be like 200 or like 150 even, so it gets really far down. It's hidden behind the button. Okay, viewport needs 150 at the bottom. And the refresh icon, can I see it now when I pull it down? I hope I can. I don't want to move it. Yes. Good enough. No, it's still cutting off. What? Viewport. 100? Or is something else cutting it? All right, that doesn't. Sweatwoods YouTube is one channel we've been following from Sweden. Oh, is he out in the forest doing stuff? Sounds like a forest channel. Our application for partner to move here was rejected, so you have spent like 6 hours today writing up an appeal from migration court. Dang. Where is your partner from? She's from London. Yeah, she's not from UK. She's from London. She's too fancy to be from UK. But I hope that. So why did they reject her? Like, what is the reason for the rejection? But I've heard it's a lot harder now to get into, like, to move to Sweden as well. Thanks to the new government, or the not new government, but the last 3 years or whatever. Just annoying because everything takes so long. It's almost been a year since we applied. Yeah. Because why make it easy when you can make it hard? Does she work in the UK, or I guess it's also a little bit harder now with the UK not being in the EU to get the move here. So let's have a look at the. We even need a visa thingy to travel there. Yeah. Oh, that's something I need to do for Japan soon. Hello, Tindal. How you doing? She does work there. It does complicate things a bit. Yeah. Fairly easy. Yeah. I just need to fill out a few things for Japan. Because if I don't fill them out, I need to fill them out once I get there, and then it's going to be really annoying. So you can do it online. I also need to figure out which, like, eSIM card to get or app. Download an app. Somebody else is like, are you planning on doing terrorist things because you're a terrorist? No. Have you been convicted for genocide or crimes against humanity? Oh yeah, when I went to the US, it's like had to fill out the form. When I got there, like I'm not sure if it was a form or if they asked me like, "Are you a terrorist?" I'm like, "No." But again, I guess it's because in the US you kind of need all those things because people do not believe that freshly made hot coffee is hot. So if that's a hard thing to understand, I assume the same people would pretty much answer yes on that question if they were. You can buy stuff in the App Store. You can pay 200. Yeah, the cool. Right, what was I doing? A dual push. As I said earlier, I'm super tired today. McDonald's hot coffee thing is absolute peak of marketing and misdirection. I know, I know. I mean, it was less about the actual coffee being hot and more about uh, how they didn't secure it enough, so you spilled it, right? 30-degree burns in a car. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I saw something about the real story, but it was 10, 15 years ago. Many millions to tell McDonald's to stop being assholes. How are we doing, Nixa? But yeah, any burn damage is not to play with. They settle for an undisclosed amount. Yeah. It's so interesting how, like, back at work trying to relearn corporate lingo. Dang. Hey, Miz, congrats on being first. Hope you're doing well. I've been following the Call Jobs versus the cheater. Millie Bitchell. A bit, and just like it's so insane how much it costs to take something to court or someone. And I don't understand why. 22-minute notification? Not too bad. So the push notification util, we probably have some stuff here. No, it's probably in main menu. Try load, should be try load from notification. Yeah, here it is. Well, this is from, it's using tuples, right? Yeah, start. Get, no, that's push notification util. We need a click notification. Why even is text encoding. Have you tried to do even as look more like? Hello, Kowalaki. How are you doing? Just did your dailies. Nice. So the game ended up crashing. Oh, the biggest problem is that SMTP is 7-bit protocol. Well, just cut off a bit from your from the text and then add it later. I don't know. How did the game crash? Like, was it a hard lock, soft lock, just straight up crash? ASCII. Okay with UTF-16, but if you convert it all to binary first and then you send it. Because binary is the computer's language, you know, zeros and ones. It should understand that. I really cannot believe that so many people are still thinking that there's a lot of zeros and ones in programming. Part of it too, they're a bit frozen. You couldn't get to home screen for a while. Once you got home screen, the game restarted. Oh. But then, you know, if you instead of cutting them, like if you combine them, make it a value that can be 0, 1, and 2. Problem solved. Just rewrite the protocol to send a bit plus. I don't know. I don't know at all. Bit sum, yeah. Is 0 and 1 quite a bit? Also use a lot of numbers and a whole bunch of letters. Me too. Would be 4. Exactly. So that's 4. And then you just convert it to binary. So 100, yeah. And then add in the missing zeros and convert. Since you know it's 4, then you have 4 ones. So it's not 1 0 0. It's 1 1 1 1, and then you just add the zeros in between, and you're done. Easy. Right? Makes sense, doesn't it? Hmm. Screen just froze. Couldn't get back to the home screen for a while. Has that happened before? Or is it the first time? And are you on the new version, 1.55? You can see the version by going in the main menu, going to the profile and scrolling all the way down. Right over here. So the problem we had here is get the data, iOS. So sometimes you don't get the, you know what? I did build a version, so I'm gonna challenge myself on the dev version. Which account am I logging into? One of 53. 55 is out if you want to download that one. Not sure if it's going to help you with that. Um, $54. What did we have in 54? We got a pretty old iPad. Oh yeah. It could be so at the end. It could be that it's trying to connect to the server but didn't connect quite well when. We really need to kind of. So there's a few things I want to do for performance. Not for performance, but having like an FPS counter in the back, just checking your average FPS, and if you are below 60, that we like force a VSync like every second, whatever it's called, every second thing. So if you're a 60 FPS device, then it's gonna cap it to 30 FPS if you cannot reach 60 or a 60 hertz monitor, I guess, or screen. I have done a lot for the optimization already, but we need to do more. Switch account. Need to turn off the game. Might not have notifications on the test version, so I need to turn that on. But yeah, there's nothing special happening at the end of except that it's trying to like connect to the server to get some scores. So it could be that it doesn't manage to connect to the server, and that's why it's taking a while. But that should not actually be a problem, or like it shouldn't. Decline and then play. There we go. Now we should have them on. Oh, that's also a problem. Now when we turn on, yeah, we need to check for this. Because when we turn on notifications, we need to send the data to our server that we have them on. We do that next time you start the game, but we don't do it. We don't do it when you turn on notifications from the settings. So now it should give me, yeah, now I got a notification. Let's see what happens when I press it. No, it worked. I came straight into the game. Nice. However, it doesn't let me choose category. Oh, we're getting straight into the game, but we never accept the game. Because this was an invite. We got straight into the game, so that's a problem as well. So let's see how it is from the other push notifications now. Cordoba? No idea. Probably Spain. Yeah, Spain. Where in Spain? Far down. Okay. So now I get a notification. Is the game off in the background? It is. So this is weird. When I got invited to the game, it just joined the game right away. But when party, then I didn't get in. Where in Italy is this? I need to try again because I got a pop-up that might have blocked it. Okay. So much fun playing against yourself. Toast Obelisk, isn't that like Washington, DC? Cities easy, Luxembourg. But let's Liechtenstein. Hmm. Intent data is, we get the data. Let's follow this. We get this because I get the here, so data is not null. We get this, item 1 is action, item 2 is ID. And push ID is the game ID, yeah. So that's a problem. I think, oh yeah, because okay, I see the problem now. It's gonna require a bit of notification identifier. With this. There's a lot of code here. So this should be from the local notifications, and this should be from the actual data. I think managed to get lost notification. A notification. We have an ID. What is ID? Oh, what is push ID? It's a string. ID. Oops. As value. Let's try this. And I'm gonna build a new version for my device. Because the problem is on device, the intent is still there even after fetching it. And it's a really, I can't really get rid of the intent right now. It's, I mean, I probably could, but I don't have a system to get rid of it after using the intent. So we have a thing called checking the last used, the last ID we're sending in. And the ID is the same as the dual ID in this case. And because it's the same as the dual ID, it saves it and makes sure the next game or next thing we do is not the same ID as the previous one we did. So when we get a new push with the same ID as the previous one, which is the game ID, then it can't join it. So we need to check the push ID. Build a run mono. Yes. So I've been thinking about learning more languages. I'm trying to learn Japanese still, but I feel like it would be so much easier to learn a language that's closer to a language I already know. I'm not gonna stop learning Japanese, but I met someone climbing yesterday that spoke 4 languages. I'm like, it's kind of neat. But apparently, person was from Slovakia, and like that's they kind of have to learn 4 languages. And in Sweden, we only learn 2, which is kind of it's better than America. We learn 1, and UK, but still, speaking more languages would be nice. Also, something you kind of have to keep doing. You can't really just. I mean, you need to learn it properly, and then you need to speak it for a while to make it stick. Like the chirpy guy who knows Portuguese. Is it still called Deb? It is good. Nice. Pyongyang. Mm. So let's play here and do this. Mm. Santiago de Chile. It's like here somewhere, right? Mixed. Outside of the city, part of Fermilab. I don't know. Chicago? In Illinois near Chicago. So it's like, but that's Chicago, yeah. Okay, let's see if I get into the game now. Chippen? How are you doing, Satana? Happy salary day. Thank you, thank you. I'm rich now for another few days. No. We are getting the intent. Oh, that's also a bug. Notification ID does not. Mehmet. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Is it too late to start program at 15? Yes. You're 16 years too late. If you haven't been taught how to program when born, like you should be born with the knowledge of at least 4 programming languages and 2 successfully launched apps with at least 1 million downloads. If you're not born with that, it's too late. Sorry. I started programming when I was 19, maybe. I know people like Mad Chirpy started programming when he was like 65. Started, yeah, it's like, it's never too late. My brother also started when, not when he was 8, but like 10, 12, he started programming. I took all the coding jobs. No, they didn't. They only took the jobs of people who were not doing their jobs. It also took the jobs of people who were doing their jobs, but they got fired because the management didn't understand what programming was. So they got fired, but now they're being rehired. Pretty much. So I feel like the first wave of firing people for AI has like run its course now. So now companies are starting to lose money and they cannot keep developing the products they were doing, and it's kind of going downhill, and they realize, oh dang, the programs actually did something. So now they're trying to rehire people back. The AI bubble need to burst soon. I don't think the AI bubble is going to burst in the same way as the 2008 one did. That was the .com one, right? Oh, no, that was the late 90s. That was 2000. Yeah, because .com bubble was a lot of public investment that just disappeared. Now in AI, it's very little public investment into AI, and a lot of private investment. I mean, companies are taking in like the private investors. They're doing that's it. Jesus gives them meetings. Yeah. So even if it like burst, there's not going to be a lot of public. It's not going to be that bad for the public this time around. It's just going to be bad for like a lot of wealthy people that invested a lot of their money. But of course, it's gonna affect everyone, of course. But it's not gonna be as bad, I think. But what do I know? I'm just a little programmer doing little programming work. Also, this lost notification. This one is weird. Do we get the actual lost notification? It's very confusing. And I wish I had more knowledge about this. We need to log a lot more. Debug, log. Mm. Where did I start? I need to build. Build like never before. And after this, I kind of want to do this as well. We need to do... Let's do this. No. Action. Let's recompile that and make another build. Doing game giveaway today. The Uncertain. Last Quiet Day. Looked like a pretty neat game. To join the giveaway, type exclamation mark enter in chat, and you too can have a chance of winning a game for free. Okay, right, we don't have any intent now, so let's see. Carlsberg Brewing Company, where are they located? I don't know. Is it in Copenhagen? It is. Yay! I'm good at Googling. There we go. Let's close the game. This sounds German, right? Or is it? Was it Netherlands? This is their error I always do. Thinking it's German. Well, it's like here. Let's see now. So push ID. Let's see, notification. In this case, notification has nothing. So we're getting everything from these. I was setting push ID to ID. Is there a way we could actually get the ID? Is there a way to get the push notifications ID from the current intent? How would I get the push notifications ID on Android? Can I get it similar to get intent? Doesn't every push notification have a unique ID? When I get a push notification, then it should have a unique ID. How would I get that? I'm getting ID here. Does the push notification have an internal ID? I think we need to randomize the GUID, or create a new GUID on the server, just a random. Unless we can, like, we have the notification that we get here. So how does it get notification from intent? Yeah, this probably gets it from, yeah, gets the ID. Not something we could do right now. Okay then, so there's nothing more I can do here with this because we've tested it. Then I need to jump back to the other thing I was working on, which is to see if we've enabled notifications. Like these platform specific things are really annoying to work with because you gotta go into the, like you gotta make a build to actually get them. If you go to push tab, push tab, dual tab. So else here I want to save if we have push notifications. How did I check? It should be at the bottom, right? This one, this. Push notification util public static void check if push permissions granted. Push notification util check like this. Cool. Return this. Right. Yeah, that looks good. If it's granted though, if it's equal to authorized, like this, or allowed. If it's not granted, we show the warning. That means that we can then do this again. Wherever I wanted to do that, right here. If private bool, lose focus, notification granted. Has granted notification, lost focus. On focus. Wait. And on focus we do if has granted push. What is a dual tab? I don't want to do this in the dual tab actually. I want to do this in the main menu directory. The main menu, yeah. Application focus right here. So I want to put that here at the top. Let's just set it to true as a default. Hello, Darwin. How are you doing? If we haven't granted it on lost focus, then we need to check if we have granted it now. As granted. Check. Let's rename it to has granted push permission. Good. Having lunch, nice. And here if has granted. Now we need to add the FCM token. FCM token, do we have that here? No FCM here. Firebase util FCM token, fetch FCM token. Gonna do that is a async task. Oh, it's not a unit task. Had a meeting and it went really well. Nice. Well done. You're going places. Well, it's just getting the FCM token. We could update the FCM token like this. Make this public instead. Yeah, it's Firestore util. Update FCM token. Does this save? In the end, we do save. Nice. Good. Hopefully this works. Well, we've been going for 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'm gonna take a small break here. And when I'm back, we're gonna try and see if this works. The new thing I built. So I'll see you all in 5 to 10 minutes. All right, we're back. Hello, Tinty. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. So after my first break, I like doing the daily Akari. We're gonna keep up that tradition. It's today's an easy one because it's Monday. I think it's Monday. Yeah. So let's see what we can do. There we go with that one. Then we have that. It's so big, it's kind of hard to see where to start. What I wanted, this one. Then we do this one. Right here, we can go there. These two. Do. Then I think we need to do this. To do that and this. Gotta be that one. Why did I put that one there? I do not know. I gotta be this, 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 and this. There we go. 55 seconds. And not too bad. Let's see what the other had. Monday, yeah, they had a bit over a minute. But I didn't do the Sundays one. Let's see if it's still available. It is. No, source. Did I do Saturday? Yeah, I did Saturday. Oh, I wish I could do Sunday. Touch word. Oh, a very badly made site. Rip. I wanted to do Sundays. But it's not playable. So I cannot do that. Well, I probably didn't even have it on screen. I'm sorry about that. I wonder. No, I don't want to turn back the computer clock while streaming. Just resulting in weird things. Okay, so now we need to make another build. But I need to delete the dev build first. So we can make another build. I need to write a question. Okay, it's built and let's see. First we play. Let's see. Okay, let's go to the main menu. I'm going to open the settings, enable this to this. Oh, that worked. Now, it's also very important to see if it worked. If it added the FCM token or not. Capital when you can take ferry to Zanzibar, isn't that here somewhere? History. Major volcano erupted in 2020 caused a major. Wasn't that like Iceland? But But there we go. I got. Yeah. Now I got notification that it's fixed now. Good. Um, but then okay. So I'm answering Discord at the same time. But this means that we get the token properly. So then I can push this. Mm. We can remove these debug logs. Application util. Right. Can also change this back. Okay. We did change something that the journal, the dual tab is changed. Okay, so what did I do? Push no, add notification warning in dual. And then we also did the mid screen thing, so I need to fix that or like push that. Add a dual screen. Distance is 4 players. There's one more thing we need to do with this. I just realized. So we wanted to have a similar behavior on Apple and iOS. So if you haven't gotten the push notification pop-up yet, like in our game, then we should show that the first time you press this button if you haven't been shown that before. So the warning in push, not push, in dual tab. Okay. We should have an open notification settings. This should check push notification util has shown push pop-up for dual. Else push notification util show, and then we show dual. Show push pop-up, dual push pop-up. Work was done. Do we fetch an FCM token? Private logger init FCM. Yeah. Schedule streak notification. So this doesn't actually. It's granted permission. What did I do in my own? Has granted push permission. It's granted permission. Should be here. I mean, I have this one now, so I'm not sure which one is better. Our Android notification center might be better at this, which is I mean, if you change anything, it needs kind of extensive testing. But now I have two ways of doing it, which is not good. So, but I think it would be nicer to go through the notification center to get the notification settings. Like if it's permission to post. No permission required, but user can disable notification settings. Was the under 12 we had? 12, yeah. Maybe we should just use that one. The under notification and the iOS notifications, and I feel like they are more. I think they come from, not sure where these come from. Mobile notifications. They feel more like they're handling this since they're Unity specific. But what was I testing? Yeah, that's kind of what I was. I wanted to show the push notification, right? Showing the pop-up for the dual. Which, oops, checks this, and then it never updates the FCM token. Idri. I'm gonna call you Idri. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Or Idri. Idri is such a Swedish pronunciation of it, Idri. Subscribe to iOS. So if the request is done, we never update the FCM token. grant push or create account. Such weird. Yeah, let's also do this Firestore util update FCM token. We need that here. It is coming from both of them, right? Both iOS and Android, yeah. Nice. Because we had this issue before where it didn't update even though you enabled push notifications, you had to restart the game. But now that should be fixed with this line. Cool. And now we have to test it. Again. Which means uninstalling the game and making a new build. Okay, build is done. Now I should log in and go to Dual and see the menu, and hopefully that will show a like open settings. We should probably change the name of it from open settings to whatever it is. Show. Yeah, now press open settings. It's gonna show the push pop. Nice. Allow notifications. Allow. Nice. That worked. Cool. So in this case, we need to change the text on it. Not sure what I should, like we have open settings, but should it be like enable if we, what should it be? Have an on enabler. Let's do this, or show warning. No, has granted, push permission. If show warning, we need to check push notification util has shown push pop-up for dual. Else. What was it? If I do this, is that a, oh, okay, cool. If we have shown, if we haven't shown it, well, if I have shown it, then the push notification warning, we don't have the button, right? We need, yeah, let's add a title warning. Push notification button. This should be a geo label, I think. I should call it label and not text. Oops. Set labels, I'll get localization, enable. We don't have an enable, and disable, really? Oh. Let's add one then. Enable. Okay. Oh, that's not gonna build. We need to do this. Get the latest language data. I like the localization. I might have pressed it twice and yeah. Okay, so now we should have an enable. So now it should say enable here. I thought, no, it doesn't because it's gonna give an error. Also, I probably didn't recompile. Dual tab. Oh, geo label? Yeah, it is. Let's rename it to open notification label. Why couldn't I pull it there? There we go. Oh, that's why. Mm. So this one. Mm. I would have thought that this one would, if we've shown the dual pop up, we would update this, but let's see if we're getting there even. That one is set, as shown here. Data dual, value false. Then we should have enable here. So why now it is enable? Why wasn't it enabled before when I got there the first time? Now it's okay. So this needs to on enable. It's here. So is it enabled all the time, I wonder? Probably, yeah, dual tab probably is dual tab. It's not on enable. On enable Sunday. No? So it should go in here now. Like here, yeah. Show warning. Should be true, so it should show the warning. But that doesn't work with the labels. Oh. I think I figured it out. Because we have this localized text on here. It doesn't work because it happens after the dual tab on enable. So now, yeah, now it says on and so it's enabled. But for some reason, could it have been like an update to, was it a push? No, that was, oh, could it, is the request just taking a long time when it's downloading the questions? Download questions. Um, let's do this for now. Get server locations. Hello, Jason. Hex coding only for the pros. Yeah, I'm looking at some stuff. Just wanted to make sure the server locations. Okay. Having a productive day? Yeah, kind of. I need to make it recompile so I get rid of the error it's trying to. How are you doing today? New possible office space tomorrow? Oh, is it for yourself? Like where you sit to freelance or work on your stuff? Yeah. You work remote? Yeah, nice. Does it look like a neat office space? From image, sure, yeah. Enter, close. A telephone plan? Ooh. So what you're saying is that you're going to come climbing a lot more then? Hopefully after long while you finally got new shoes. Nice. Only took you half a year? A year? I can't remember when we climbed. But nice. Looking forward to it. But the ones you bought on Blocket, someone poked me, asked if you wanted to swap. Oh, nice. It's could be a pretty good deal. So I sold my acoustic panels on Blocket a few days ago. And it was kind of funny. Two people wrote to me. First person came like the day after to fetch them. They were just like, I put a link to what they were. Like, this is where I bought them from. New price would be like 1,500. So I sold them for 500 because, I mean, I've used them for a while. They aren't damaged, but I just wanted to get rid of them and I didn't want to give them away. So first person like came over here and was like, oh, I thought they were like dressed in a nice cloth and like had a wooden frame or something. Like my picture showed it like just these scumgummy, not scumgummy, but just specially made, like with a special material to make them absorb a lot of noise or echo and stuff. Some foam, yeah, exactly. That's all. Black, made of foam, kind of big. They came over and were like, oh, wow. Well, these doesn't look too good. I cannot hang them up on the wall. Like, okay. But you could have just looked at the pictures that you would have seen. You could also have looked at the link that I posted. Yeah, thanks for wasting my time. Yeah, exactly. But then the other guy who came over, he came with his kid. It was really like it was completely different mentality. The first guy, he like wanted me to bring it down to the door of the apartment complex. And I was like, okay, I'll do it because they don't weigh much. the other guy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna come to your door, like, just to fetch them." And he had his kid with him, and had my girlfriend's dog here that day, and the kid was like, oh, "Look, a wolf," because it looks kind of like a wolf. And he was super happy. The kid was happy, and he saw them. He was like, "Oh, these are so light; they will be perfect." And just a happy person. And like at that moment, it was kind of, I wouldn't have mind that if he was like, "Oh, I just have like 200. Do you want to sell them?" I would be like, "Yeah, sure." Instead of 500, I wouldn't have minded. If you're a nice person, I don't mind selling it cheaper to you. And then the day after, I forgot to take the ad down. The day after, someone was like, "I give you 400 for them." And I responded, "Nope." And then he get back to me, "Okay, I'll pay full price." I'm like, "No, already sold them. Sorry." But it's so common on, does it work ever? Like to just, now 400 is a 20% decrease from 500. But sometimes when I put something else for like 1,000, people like, "Yeah, I give you 500 for it." Do people ever accept these prices? Like the real, like the low ball offers people give? I could understand if it's been out for a month on the site and be like, "Oh, no one's bought it yet." But like the first day, I don't know. Just silly behavior. I have a lot more stuff I need to sell. What's your size, Jason? Like shoe size? Because I have old shoes, old climbing shoes, if you want them. Not sure if you want old shoes, but they exist. They're free. Else I'm gonna throw them away. Might not be nice to use someone else's shoes that they've climbed a lot in. I don't know. Uh, Um, 40.5 to 41? Maybe then. Mm. Uh, you have new shoes? Yeah. I just, if you wanted more shoes, every professional, every good climber has at least 3 different pairs of shoes. So you gotta get there. You're not a good climber? Well, at the amount of shoes, this define the climber. Dual tab, directory. Show push pop up. From dual warning if it hasn't been shown yet. I have to become a shoe hoarder? Yes. Because it's a material sport. Totally. I don't think I would. Well, two things. Having an office, like I guess it would be nice and would also be not nice, because it would be nice in the sense that you can just leave work when you leave the office. But since I stream it, I would then need, like, first of all, I would need a proper setup in the office. I would also then need a proper setup at home. Hello, Dram, how are you doing? And that doubles the amount of stuff I need. And sometimes I also stream, like, I continue streaming after work to do my own stuff. And that wouldn't work either if I did it from an office. Well, it kind of would if I would just download everything there. But it also requires some commute. I mean, if I had a kid, then I would totally probably want an office. Depends on the layout of the house or apartment. Because, well, doesn't matter. I mean, in an open office, then it's going to be the same as being at home. Wouldn't matter. I would just need the earplugs and noise cancelling headphones. And that would be good to go. But there's a lot of things to having an office. It's also way more expensive. But yeah, we've been going for a bit over 2 hours. I'm gonna take a break. Today, not sure how long of a stream I'm gonna do today. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm really tired. Maybe I should take a nap after work. But yeah, I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. See you all soon. All right, we're back. Oh, tired man, let's do a travel. Bangladesh, quite. It should be. I guess we go just straight to it, like India, Pakistan, Iran, Iraq. Perfect. That was an easy one. Just big countries. I was hoping that Iran was bordering it, but it didn't. Could we have gone any other way? No. Well, we could, but it would have been slower. Mm. So what's next for us to do? Mm. Warning we fixed. All right, we're gonna prep the ELO rating to show it on the screen. That's gonna be interesting. Then I need to check which database we need to go to. User ratings. Okay, Firestore util. Firestore util. Basically this, but for rating. Find get a rating for user. She's logged in, check in, yes, switch to third pool, user ID. So here we need collection, should be user rating. User rating, right? Yeah. What we need to do differently. Can we do a where? Yes, we can. New filter. I'm not sure what a filter is or how to use it. Let's make it a query, like a this for now. So a new filter, or do you do like filter? Equal to field path would be player user ID is user ID. Store ID, right? Firebase ID. Yeah. It's a query snapshot. What do we have in that? Well, what this return is returns a query. Can we get the document for this? And let's do if user doc snapshot length is counts larger than 0. Return. Let's do a float. Or -1. I don't know. We return something. We could probably do a user rating clause, like a public rating. Public bool has rating. Public float rating. And public string user ID. So 0. Else we do user doc snapshot. We could probably send in several user IDs. And then do like a loop of add more like where. But for now, we're just gonna fetch one of them. Document 0. Can't do that. Can't get 0. We could do this tool list, just like tool list for now. Or we could do first. And user or user doc snapshot documents count. Get it first, and it should probably be a convert to user rating. Can we do that? Like, I wonder the other converts. First, username, data, username, user. That's a Firestore property, but the mix of C# and JavaScript or whatever it is. It's kind of interesting because the one things made on the back end has lowercase everything and like snake case. And everything from the the client is just a Pascal case. Oh well, could I like first a property? Could we name? Yeah, okay, good. Mm, no, Firestore property. First on Twitch, hard is to learn C# by prior Java experience, then it shouldn't be that hard. I doubt this is your first time in Twitch. Just saying, your account was created 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago. Is this a string converter? Can we do that? String converter. Let's ask our trusty AI. I want to, can we not use convert? No, we're using converter there, yeah. I mean, so what do you gain from asking me compared to asking like to Google it? Because Google is going to give you the same answer that I am, or AI. It's also way too little information to go on. You have prior Java experience. Does that mean 5 years of Java, or did you just learn the basic data types and can do for loops? There is such a big span in between. Because if you have enough prior Java experience, then you should know about the ecosystems a bit more. So that tells me that you probably do not have a lot of Java experience. I have no idea about Spring Boot, but yeah, just learn it. They're similar, so just learn it. It's a Google. Use AI to learn, not to code for you. Use AI to help you learn. Use it as a teacher, and you can learn pretty much anything, I would say. Fetching. I mean, they need to be a fire Dixon Armies. Thank you very much for the follow. Firestore property. Why can I not use Firestore property on this? Because it's not a property, of course. So that was the problem. Okay, I'm just being silly. Player user ID. We don't have anything, so here we user rating. This, and then we can return, and then we do user rating. As rating is true. Maybe we can do this. Maybe this works. I have no idea. What does we need to be the user ID? I was fetching my own Firebase ID, so this needs to be user ID, like this. And we should be good. It's not, can you send in the cancellation token here? Source. What is a source? Cache default server. Oh, you can force from the server. Nice. Let's try this method. Close this. Dual tab. Let's just on enable. Firestore util. Get rating for user. Store util. Firebase ID. Let's do this instead. Private void get rating for user. And then we can do a unit task run on thread pool. Rating. Wait, unit task, switch to main thread. Debug log error. Rating. As rating. And the user ID, and I will just call it from here, get rating for user. And forget on that one. So now whenever I go into the dual tab, it should fetch my rating. Let's see if it works. And we couldn't get the rating. Missing or insufficient permissions. All right, I'm collapsing. Rules. I probably need to add rules for it. I gotta check what they're called. User ratings. Under read request. Going to try and get some sleep happening. Thanks for streaming. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you, Mist. Have a lovely night. I hope you sleep well. And catch you tomorrow, potentially. Hopefully this is enough. I'll read if request auth is not null. Auth UID. Does it work right away? Nope. Airplane using unable to create converter for type user rating. Okay. Oh, float. I guess it's a double? Or is it... I wonder if it comes as a double. No. What is it set as? It's a number. What does that convert to in... does number in Firestore database convert to my rating is called low in my Firestore database. It's of type number. How do I get it into my rating variable? I don't know how to phrase it. Yeah, Firestore property elo automatically serialize into your rating property called convert user rating. Refine a user by username. Oh, look at the converter for... Wait, am I unable to refine a user? Oh, that's why it's this. Okay. We need this. That makes sense. See the full exception. Unable to create converter for user rating. That's about it. Our document. We do document like this first. Phone call. I'll be right back. Probably a spam caller. or scam. I don't know. So if you answer the phone without saying anything, if there is no response, if it's a scam call, or like one of those calls that just phone you, waiting for a noise, and then they like connect you to someone. If you don't say anything, they're just gonna hang up on you, which is kind of nice. So you found a document, but it cannot convert it to user rating for some reason. I don't know how to, like, with the reference. That's all. It's I'm getting the error, unable to create converter for type user rating. Do I need an empty constructor? Let's make this a property. Can we make this also non-serializable? Non-serialized. Better now? Nope, same thing. It didn't change anything. It's double, really a string. Let's try doing Firestore converter, user rating. Default doesn't exist. There's nothing. I would give him more. Do I need let's see, do I need updated at as well? Daytime. Updated at. If it does, then that's silly. But I could understand it. It's trying to map all of them. Nope. I mean, this is not a problem in the other, unless this needs to be Firestore data. It's serializable. And the serialized field shouldn't need it. Let's try that. Maybe because it wasn't serializable. That was it. Okay. Cool. I've got a rating up here, just a rating text in the dual tab. We have you should have the title somewhere, title text. Takes the whole line, but let's duplicate it and let's make it top left, and then I'm gonna do like 150, and then we're gonna make the pivot be 0. So wide. Up, up, up. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Rating. Rating text. Like 30. And this should be stretching. This. Good. Let's do like 20. So you just get it out from the edge. And we need to add it to our dual tab, our rating. Use friends, games, buttons. It's rating. Item label. Rating label. Labels. Rating. Rating dot. Rating. First, also we need to do this. If rating has rating, else we do else rating label select game object set active false. That shouldn't be like this. We should do this. Rating has rating. If it doesn't have rating, we do this. Recompile. then it would be better to have it in the middle. Like this. Gonna look like that, but we want this to be, this one could be at the top, because then we can add more and it's gonna be below without any issues. There we go. It doesn't, what? Oh, it should be silly. But it should also be enabled by the, shouldn't show any text by default. Well, could show text, just not be enabled, I guess. Then we recompile. And now we're gonna get our rating. You know what? We have a name up here. Could we do, like we have the icon, the info button. We do this instead, and then like 100. And then we take the rating and move it under our names. That might be a lot better. How did I manage to... I really don't like this. The big T's, but how do I get rid of them? The Text Mesh Pro icons. Oh well. I think that's... Oops. Then it would probably be nicer to just have like this. Yeah. Let's do that instead. We should also do... if we do, I'm not sure what this is. Or how you work with this. It usually gives a 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, probably this. I don't want any decimals. One, two, three, four. Cool. So let's play against the bot at 1233.54. And 242. Nice. That's actually pretty cool. I would say. Now we have rating. Add user rating to dual tab. Well, that was faster than expected. What's the next one? So the pin is in, so when you do your move on in dual, you can see the pin in the journal. Let's go to, where was it? On guess. This player. Like in this case, we could probably just hide it here. Like, if we hide a card, we can just do journal. Since hide, I think we just need to hide this because it hides the active input. And then we need to show it when we are making our move. Where is this? Croatia? Huh. Now it's hidden. Nice. I'm gonna, all right, we so now I can't see it, which is good. Close one. And now we see the pin. Opening Winter Olympics. Was it Beijing 2018? No. South Korea. Hello, Harish. How are you doing? And now we don't see the pin. History. Now we see the pin. Oh, that's so good. It makes it feel so much better. Hide pin when dual. Hide pin when are you part of a Twitch sponsorship? Yeah. Well, depends on what you mean are part of. Since I'm streaming an affiliate, I can partake in sponsorships set up by like with the cooperation between like I think it's Stream Elements and Twitch. I'm an affiliate. Yes, I'm an affiliate because you can subscribe to my channel. If I wasn't, then you would not be able to subscribe. And I can also have my own emotes and stuff. Did I? Yeah, took that one. Oh, there's apparently no loading before getting to choose the category. No loading screen. If I start a new game with bot, then I'm gonna be first to play, and I don't think there is a. Yeah, there's no loading screen here. Let's go to state action. Okay, let's see where we get in now. So I show opponent move. Oh, did I choose the game that was going? I did. And I won, apparently. Okay. Play, choose category. Loading. Show loading. Do we not have that? Multiplayer. Show loading. True, true. We should do multiplayer show loading false. But it's gonna look bad, I think, when you've done a move and then you get it. Should also remove this debug log. Now when I get in here, we're gonna get the loading screen or loading. That would be mixed. Quarter of Siemens? I don't know. Rip. Buenos Aires. Isn't that here? Yeah. come on. But didn't, oh, was it, I thought I took Americas. Taipei 101. Really? Uh, why did this show now? Was it because I did this and this? No? Is this failing because I'm trying to continue? Let's do a rematch. I'm gonna jump out and then see. Let's just see this easy. Stockholm. So let's see where Trondheim. And this one should be okay. Barely. Okay, that works. But I need to comment on this. Let me push this with the to locally. Let's save here. So I get the debug config. All we can. This one. Date bug config to not have player dual locally active by default. Remove debug log. Add loading before showing category. Git stash, git pull. Push, git stash pop. What up, Manglo? What up, Hadouken? How are you all doing? Welcome, everyone. What were you up to, Manglo? Isn't this kind of early for you to stream? You're usually on when I get off. But fun for everyone who's coming here. We are doing a giveaway like every weekday where we're giving away a game, a random game from my list of games. We still have more than 300 games to give away. Today is The Uncertain Lost Quiet Day. All you have to do is type exclamation mark enter in chat and you will join in on the giveaway. Put a bit of time into planning a refactor, so it was organizing and moving files, planning on how to do it basically. That's smart. Planning first and then doing. I don't do that. I do and then I plan how to fix my issues. We're soon gonna give the game, do the giveaway, spin the wheel. But thank you very much, Manglo, for the raid. For everyone who's new here, I'm Munis. I'm working on this game, JordGlobe Geography. It's a free game to download on Android and iOS. It's an edutainment game. You can learn all the countries, capitals, flags in the world, and provinces for a lot of countries. We keep adding more content. We have a campaign mode with thousands of trivia questions. We have a daily quiz with 3 new questions every day. We have a time challenge for those who want to challenge themselves to speed, I guess. We have and a multiplayer mode where you can play against other people. That's a lot of talking in I think the ad is like 30 seconds. There's a weapon system, so it has way too many moving parts, and it was written for shooter. They're rearranging the core weapon definitions to work better for the fan system. Nice. I've been thinking, since I'm working on my Roblox game in my free time, I'm building so many tools or systems that I can just reuse for my next game. So the development of my next game is going to be incredibly fast, depending on what I make, what kind of game I make. But I would assume I'm gonna make a similar game because I have all the tools. Never really got the first pass refactors, lots of duplicate code and silly stuff still since you first wrote it. Yeah, that happens. I did a massive refactor during July of the journal system in this game, and that was written one of the first systems that were written in the game like 4 years ago or something, and then just kind of added on top of like stuff being added on top of, putting band-aids everywhere, and now it's pretty neat, I think. So well, if no one else want to join the giveaway, we're gonna give the game away. We have a lot of people today. We have 7 people, I think. Nothing fixed. Now was base class wasn't using protected or event keywords at all. I've been thinking, like I was thinking about Moonvania, and I was thinking antennas were private and wrapped. Public parts are cleaner now, done the right way. Nice. Well done. Yeah, the event keyword is pretty handy. I should use it more often. But for Moonvania, I was thinking, like, I've built a lot of tools in Unity for it, but I think I need to rebuild a lot of it. And I also think that I should make it's too complex now. My systems, I built them like, I wanted them in one way, but now I kind of don't. And I also think that it would be pretty nice to simplify everything. I kind of want to go back to Moonvania, but that's not going to happen in quite a while. So let's find some good music to put on. Give me the powerful generic part is hard. Yeah, I think that's my main problem. I'm trying to make it too generic and not too generic, but like keeping it open to things. Have fun, thank you. Oh, have a good meal. Okay. Oh wow, that's not what I wanted. This one is good. Okay, let's spin. Mm. Oh, the game audio. Oh, well, the spin audio is really loud. Sorry for that. That's probably good. There we go. I'm bad with audio, but we're stopping. We have so many people today. Cyber unit go to Harish, Otter, TNT, Nixa, and Mist, I think, is all of them. And I think it's about to slow down a lot right now. Who's it gonna be? Going to pass Harish into Ottershine. Congratulations, Ottershine. You are today's winner. If you are in chat, that is, you are. You usually are. Hello, hello. Let me send the game to you. There's two games in a row. Nice. Let's add that to my redeems here. There we go. You are most welcome. There we go. Oh, too intense with the carnival music. We made a lot of progress today. Actually, a lot of progress. There were things I didn't think would be so quick. But I think we're gonna call it here. I know Manglord just raided, but I'm gonna take a small nap, I think, or at least rest a little bit before I need to go out. So many people are playing Hollow Knight these days. When is Silksong? It has a release date now, right? Where? September 4. Oh, dang. Which, is that a Thursday? No, it's a climbing day. Not sure what I'm gonna do about this, because I want to play it on release. Maybe I have to take the Friday to do it. Yeah. Okay, let's raid our favorite box. Right, full box. Thank you all for watching today. I will be back tomorrow with more dev, same time, same channel. Might be a slightly longer stream tomorrow. Today I'm too tired, so well, that's kind of why I so many people streaming as well. But Manglo is still streaming. He is, yeah. Yep, okay. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. It's been fun. Gonna continue doing the same thing. And hopefully we have a lot more to do tomorrow. I mean, I still have a lot more to do, but enough to keep us busy all day. So let's see what Full Box is up to. Let's head over there. Have a wonderful day, and bye-bye, everyone. Hope to see you tomorrow.